Hi guys, welcome to the Corner Taken Quickly podcast. With me here is Nikhil and Arun. Long time man, Arun, in the podcast. How are you doing?
Hey man, yeah, long time been very busy with the stuff, but been playing FPL regularly. Just not been able to give time to recordings now since the lockdown is back. I think where the recordings can start again. Yeah, I'll be more regular.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hopefully, the situation gets better. Also, that's what we are hoping from our end. FPL is one of the thing that keeps us just running up and running. So, starting off with Arun, actually, how was your game week, dude, and how are you doing with the points and all?
Going good, yeah. My game week's been good. I activated my free hit last week. So I had a lot of trust on the Liverpool player that Salah delivered, but Alexander Arnold just missed out on the clean sheet in the last in the 9 seconds of the match, and Mane I think missed three or four very good chances. So I had the right intention in taking Mane, but he wasn't in form on the day, so that's what cost me. I played Dallas for once. He gave me points, thankfully. Otherwise, I had him on the bench for the 17-point haul against City. And obviously, Iheanacho performing man. I'm regretting not captaining Iheanacho, but I think now he's a good shot for captaincy for many of the pundits. So I think, I mean, it was a decent game. It's not bad, but I felt I could have done better than normal. But yeah, I mean, average was 36, so I think I did well.
Yeah, dude, that's the problem. Most of us were in the situation that we are just there, we are almost there with the team, but eventually, due to some players, like most of the players were not performing. Typically, our game week was saved by Iheanacho actually.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a very big disaster for me at least. But yeah, otherwise, my team was also doing decently well. I scored 55 points without taking any hits. Then for me, it was actually from my end, it was Aspi who got the points. Then Salah got the points. I just wanted to captain differential, hence I went Trent Alexander-Arnold. But luckily that all the points that were lost with Trent, I got that from Shaw and Watkins and Iheanacho then. So apart from them, it was a pretty average game week. Cody was not performing, so wasn't Lingard and Jota. Jota actually got subbed off in the 57th minute, which was really annoying. But yeah, that was it. And what about you, Nikhil man? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Last two game weeks above average, so kind of snuck into the 700s finally, 700 Ks. So, this is a good weekend probably, but hello, I want to, but didn't work. I forgot, sorry. Hopefully next game weekend.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Even your dogs feel the pain that you have. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, dude. So since FPL is a forward-looking game, it's better to look ahead. Hopefully, we guys end up finishing in
yeah.
the positions that we aspire to. Possibly for me, it was always about getting into that 50K, but not being able to do that since game week 19. I've been in and around 130Ks types, and finally snuck into the top 101K. Hopefully, the next game week sees some kind of rise, at least even if not much of a mid as in stupendous rise, but at least some kind of a limited rise of 10K or something would be nice. But yeah, starting off with Arun, who do you think is the captain pick and one of the most important picks in next game week?
Yeah. So for captaincy for game week 34, I mean, The option is very clear. See, Bruno's not been performing, so he won't be in the shot for captaincy. Your Lingard's playing Burnley. You don't know what to expect from Burnley. See, they won 4-0 against Wolves. That could be atrocious the next week, so you don't know. And Harry Kane came back really quickly. We thought he will miss the Carabao Cup final, but there he was starting the game for Spurs. Although Spurs didn't do anything in the game, but Harry Kane is back and he's fit, so he's playing a relegated Sheffield. And Spurs have an outside chance of getting to the top four. So I think Harry Kane or Son are good captain shouts. Those who want to go for a differential, I think everyone owns Kane because Kane is owned by around 45% managers. So if you want to go for a differential captain, then I think Garnacho is owned by half of those managers who have Kane. So I think Garnacho could be a good differential pick for those managers who also want to climb up their mini leagues. Also, I think Leicester players should be targeted for. I think they might have a double game week 35. More to come on that. Not sure about that though. So for me, captaincy mainly would be Kane and Iheanacho. Yeah.
Nice choices, man. Nice choices. I'll share a few of my viewpoints after Nikhil does. So, Nikhil, what do you feel about whom to captain and whom not to? And who's your
Uh,
go-to player?
so I was thinking about Iheanacho for sure. Any Leicester player for sure. Iheanacho or Wadi, mainly. And I was thinking of keeping Salah as a captain because Salah is a safe bet almost for 90%, almost 90% of the time. So I was thinking Salah, Iheanacho or Wadi. Wadi because he's a differential, proper differential at the moment. And Kane, like Arun said, almost half of the FPL owners have Kane and have Captain Kane. So I'm not sure if I want to keep him, but Kane is Kane is a good shout as well at the moment.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, man. Actually, Kane would be having his effective ownership somewhere around 150k to 200k, 200% rather, 150%
Yeah.
to 200%. So, like, even if Kane performs well, and even if you happen to captain him, there's no guarantee that you'll be seeing rank rise that much because most of the other FPL managers would have also done that. But coming to differentials for me, I feel it's Iheanacho. Iheanacho is one player who's has done really well, and plus Southampton are chilling themselves in Barcelona right now. Even if not physically, at least mentally, because they are out of the danger when it comes to relegation battle, and when it comes to any European battle or something, they are pretty much out of the contention for that too. So Southampton don't have anything to play for except for few money if you finish higher up the table. Apart from that, there's no other incentive for Southampton to do anything great. So Iheanacho is again plus Leicester who are fighting for the top four battle, which is going right down to the wire. So again, I feel that Iheanacho would be starting, considering that we've got a latest news update that Harvey Barnes of Leicester has been ruled out. So there's a major possibility that Iheanacho would be starting all of his matches for the rest of the season. Then, therefore, yeah, he's a very good shout out. And even as Nikhil said, Vardy is also a good option. But as compared to the chances created, I feel Iheanacho has a slight edge over him, especially with the positioning that Iheanacho is in. Vardy is assuming himself as a much more of a creative role rather than a striker's role. That is why Iheanacho has been getting the goals and Vardy the assists sometimes. But it's easy to forget that Vardy was outscoring Iheanacho like a couple or three game weeks before. So again, that also needs to be considered. Hence, yeah, dude, those were my viewpoints. But apart from your captaincy picks, for me, defense would again be somewhere I target for Liverpool and Manchester United because both are likely to keep clean sheets for the in the match. It is likely to end up a nil-nil affair. Uh,
Definitely a 0-0.
yeah, exactly. With Solskjaer, you can't expect anything much more than that against a bigger team. He has done well against teams like Man City. No, no doubt about that. But yeah, against most of the teams, he has delivered a nil-nil. Even against Leeds, who are technically a very high pressing team, he managed to get a nil-nil result in that too. So yeah, Arun, what's your take? Who should you bring in? Who's your transfer tip for the game week?
Yeah, guys. So for game week 34, I feel like it's between the two Champions League semi-final first legs and second legs. So I would say avoid getting in Chelsea or City players. But I would suggest you to target Leicester players. I think most managers have Iheanacho. I think getting in Jamie Vardy or getting in someone like a Schmeichel to replace Martinez or Mendy would be a really smart bet because Leicester could have a potential double in 35. So, and they have good fixtures around the corner. They are looking likely to get that top four. So, I think targeting Leicester assets are a must. Also, I think getting back Bamford would be a good option. There were many managers who sold Bamford to get Iheanacho. I was one of them. So I think getting Bamford back now that they have good fixtures and Bamford was performing until the last few weeks, and I think he could be a good. You should buy the player before he starts performing. They say that. So I think Bamford is one to look out for. I think he will give a lot of points. Also, I had Struik in my free hit team. I have benched him because he was the cheapest player I could fit on that bench. He and Burke, but Struik kept a clean sheet, and I think he put Trent and Veltman to shame, I guess. So he's also a good option to consider. So I think getting in Leicester and Leeds players for me are key, and I think everyone has Lingard. So I mean, I don't have to tell everyone to go buy Lingard. I think almost everyone has him. So those are my choices for game week 34.
Nikhil, what's your choice about the transfers that you're planning to make?
For me, I'm planning to make changes here, remove these two players. So I was thinking about bringing Dallas in, or maybe a Leicester defender or a Leeds defender like Dallas. So I was planning to make those two changes, but in general, I was like Arun said, if no one has Bamford, they should target Bamford because he might perform in the last few games. Plus, the way Leeds are always playing, and every striker faces a dip, so they didn't they can expect him to get back to his ways. So I think Bamford is a good choice, and plus, from a personal point of view, I want Jota to perform. And if no one has Jota, they have to bring Jota in because I think Klopp will go all out in the last few games. All four of them fab four. But I don't think they'll finish those chances. But must be in your team. I think.
Those were really good shouts, Nikhil. But yeah, from for me also, actually, for me, the first player to transfer in after my team, if you could show my team, Nikhil. Yeah, for my team, actually, the player that I want to bring in perhaps would be Rafinha, but I don't know in place of whom. And Bamford, of course, Bamford is there, but Bamford, I'll be bringing him in after game week 35. If Leeds don't have a blank game week, that's when I'm planning to bring him in. Simply because of the fact that Watkins would be having tough run of fixtures post the Everton game. He'll be facing Manchester United, Crystal Palace, which is again an easy one, but post that they'll be facing Spurs, Chelsea, and Everton. Everton again, which is a fixture which needs to be rescheduled. So of course they'll be having a double game week. Aston Villa, even perhaps 35, and they'll be playing in 36 as well. That's what we are hearing, but nothing is certain as of yet. But that's the planning that we are making. But again, Bamford and Rafinha again, if he's fit, then it's good to bring him in. Apart from that, I don't think anyone. I actually bought in Dallas instead of Cody. I already used my transfer, So the time to target Leeds assets perhaps, because they've done well in the tough run of fixtures, and even though they are secure of their position, Bielsa is a kind of a manager who likes to demand 100%, 200% from their players every match. So that's one thing to be relied upon. That was our planning, guys. Hopefully, you have a great game week and a great end to the season. And hopefully, you guys all do well. And uh, yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for joining us in Nikhil and Arun. It was great to have your insights. Yeah.
Thank you. All the
Thank you guys.
best.
Thank you guys.
All the best.